at once.
78 sweaty dudes. Sweaty dudes everywhere.
I really
All
want to open this
passage
show.
balls. All passage balls.
And the show is off the rails already, folks. Welcome to episode 78 of Ripping the Rack podcast. We are the longest running weekly episodic podcast regarding candlepin bowling on the interwebs today. According to some people, we are the best. According to some people, we suck.
Either way, don't give a shit. We're going to keep doing it. It's all that matters.
According to my wife, she just doesn't give a shit. So
yeah. Is the laundry done?
Sweaty ball. So we missed last week.
We did. Well, there was something going on last week. There was pretty important things happening. There was some things going on.
Me.
Not for you.
Not for me. I was ready to do the podcast.
Yeah, but you were the only one that was ready to do the podcast.
That's fine. I could entertain people for an hour. I guarantee it. Making fun of you and Marky. Fuck, that'd take up 45 minutes in its own.
And we'd come back to no show.
Exactly.
They'd love
and
it.
demonetized from YouTube, unsubscribers everywhere.
Pretty much.
Christ.
Pretty much. So with me today, I am one of your co-hosts. For some reason, people think I am the host of the show, folks. I am not the host of this show. There are typically 4 co-hosts, quad hosts of this show. We are tri-hosts today.
Yes.
My name is Tim. With me today, King of the North, Calvin. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, another Monday.
The Monday.
Well, Tuesday, I guess, if you want to call it that.
That's right. And our resident masshole, Marky Pens. Marky, how you doing, buddy?
Not bad, boys. How we doing? Trying to get the soreness out of the body, man. It still happens, but we good. We good.
Oh,
I
mess.
feel great.
Oh,
I don't know
God.
what you guys are talking about.
My shoulder, my hip, I just need a new one. If you could just take my body and put it on my head, put it somewhere, that'd be fine right now.
You know, my neck, my back, we can't go there.
Nipples and the bottom of your back.
Yes. Without us today, not joining us today is
sweaty dude. He's a big sweaty dude.
Is a big sweaty dude. His
Where
name
is the big sweaty dude today? What's he doing?
Big sweaty dude is birthday. Big Booty Brian is he is down at Foxwoods with his wife, enjoying a couple of days of food, gambling, some fun for her birthday.
Sweaty booty boy.
Wow.
So we wish
you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you.
Wow. So let's before we go into that, let's start right into the power rankings. We have the men's power rankings for now.
Sure. Let's say now.
For up to Sunday, we'll say.
Yeah,
yes,
sure. Sounds good.
Yeah. We have a new number 1. I don't know as if he actually deserves to be number 1, but he is number 1.
Sucks.
Oh God. Try bowling with him. Anyway, we got number 10. We have John Winchell.
We lost Marky.
I lost you guys.
No, I'm right here.
I'm here.
I still see you guys. I'm still here on my Skype.
There we go. You're back now.
Am I gone? Am I back? What just happened?
You're back now. We don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
He never left.
It's the ghost.
So we have number 10, John Winchell. Number 9, Jason Kaler.
Is he still
8,
averaging 130 in his leagues?
All 3 of them.
Oh, man. Guy's cruising.
All 3. So I will tell you, we pre-bowled for last week, Thursday night. The week before.
Yeah.
I went pre-bowled. I went 401.
Nice.
Oh boy.
He absolutely
smoked, didn't you?
He absolutely crushed me. 430 something.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah. No, during league I was 407 and he was 390 something. He had his lowest night of the year. 390 something. I don't know, 397, I think, 396.
Holy Jesus.
Oh, it's disgusting how good he's bowling right now. So number 8, we have a new entrant.
Is Calvin frozen? Is Calvin frozen on your screen?
Oh, maybe we're lucky. Either that or he's just sitting there acting frozen.
No, I don't think so.
No, I think we lost him.
Oh, God. Calvin. Cool, keep going. We lost him. Yeah.
So number 8, we have making his debut in the top 10, Chris Beauvert.
Yes, well deserved. Well deserved. Kid was a stud during the week last week.
Number 7 is our first Canadian. Oh, I kind of heard him. There he is.
There he is.
Nope, he's frozen again. Number
I'm
7.
back? Man, what is going?
And he's gone.
What is going on right now tonight? What is going on tonight? Holy
no idea. What?
I don't know.
We started doing the power rankings, and the internet was just like, nope.
So we're going to keep going.
All right, let's keep going.
Yep, number 7 is our first Canadian entrant into the rankings. We have one Mr. Adam Melanson. Apparently, Calvin's letting me know that Adam is averaging, I don't know, $130 something in his league. Like, he's throwing a great ball right now. Number 6 is Brian Fuller Jr. Number 5, Corey Smith out of Canada. Number 4, God, I hate to say this name, Calvin Locke, making the top 5.
He nominated himself, and he makes the top 5.
134.
He's he's back.
Bowling doesn't count.
Isn't that amazing that he came back right when we said his name?
Am I back?
Yes, now you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. And unfortunately, we can see you.
I don't know what happened. Like, I've been sitting here the whole time just staring at you guys, enjoying the conversation.
So number 4 is Calvin. Calvin had a big week, big weekend tournament last weekend, 2 weeks.
It was Thursday, Remembrance Day. It was the singles.
Yeah. You had a pretty decent day in that.
Wasn't half bad.
We'll have you talk about that in just a minute. Number 3, Chris Merrill. Number 2, Dave Barber. And we won't talk about the number 1. Let's move on. Oh,
good.
Look. Oh, good. Calvin is frozen again. Nice. So our number 1 guy in the power rankings right now, he had an okay week. He's been doing all right. Josh Daly.
He's been doing some things lately, and kid's making a lot of noise. He pulled the Triple Crown out of the Worlds last week, won the singles, was on your team, Price's wood floor, that won the whole tournament. Calvin Locke has left the conversation, and he had got high average. That is the ultimate trifecta in the biggest tournament of the year for the young man.
I don't know.
There he is.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Man, I downloaded the update, and it must have screwed with it because it's glitchy right now.
I don't know. We were talking about Josh winning the Triple Crown. This week. Calvin and I were briefly discussing this earlier. I don't know as if it's ever been done. Like, I mentioned maybe Sarge, but a couple of times he won the singles. I don't think he won high average. And a couple of times that he won high average, I don't think he won the singles.
Well, granted, I'm pretty sure at least that's on the trophy. He's only won it twice.
Right.
And both those years, I know he.
And he's gone again. So the only one that we could think of, but we don't have the records on, is Chris Hallett. When he won, I think it was 2002.
Yeah, that's what you guys were saying. If anybody has the information from the books from back in the day, that would be an interesting little tidbit of like Candlepin Jeopardy to find out if anybody else has ever won the Triple Crown like that.
Yeah. And I mean, I go back to 92 and I can't think of anyone in those kind of first couple of years that I bowled that won the singles and high hour. I just can't think of any. But Daly was, it was the fact that he's only 21, 22, throwing the ball that he's throwing
makes it even more disturbing. Not disturbing, but you know what I mean. Like,
no, there's two things, and Josh and I have had this conversation multiple times. The two things I worry about him is shoulder issues, because of his backswing, because of how big of a backswing he has. I get concerned that he will injure himself.
I mean, he's a big dude. He's strong. He's stocky. He's built large, but that shoulder joint is the same size in all of us, pretty much. And the muscles and everything like that can be as built up as you want, but them tendons like to snap at the drop of a hat. There's been some people who've had some shoulder injuries like that, but I don't wish it on him. I really hope it never happens.
No.
I know you don't mean that too. The exact same thing. Like, we're not wishing this on anybody, but it's happened to other fireballers like that, and
yes,
I really hope it doesn't happen.
Yes,
really hope it happen.
And honestly, having this much success at such a young age, it worries me. And people look at me like I have 32 heads when I say that, and I say it worries me. It worries me for a couple of reasons. Number one, 5 years down the road, is he going to get to the point where he's like, screw this, I've won whatever I'm going to win. Like, I've won enough, screw it, I'm going to go find something else to do. Or is it going to go to his head where he's had success at such a young age?
I don't know about that, because we can almost equate this back. If we go back about 4 or 5 years, maybe even a couple more than that, look at when Johnny Boudreau came out of the kids league, and he came up and instantly just started winning everything. Yeah. And and he's super good, and he's still in the game. He's helping to run the bowling alley down in Southie now, but he's it gets to his head when he struggles, because he didn't struggle a lot early. And I'm a huge proponent of saying that you have to learn how to lose first before you ever get to the winning aspect. And I'm not saying that you have to go out and lose on purpose, but it helps you to stay focused in those times when you are winning. And it helps you to stay appreciative of the fact that you can win, because you've made it so far before and lost in a final, lost in the semifinal. It keeps you hungry and it keeps you going. What I really think is, I think we're just watching his coming out party, to be honest with you. Just getting out of the kids, coming into the adults, showing who he is. He's been around for a couple of years. It's not like the kid just showed up this year. This is his, I believe, 3rd season out of the kids league. So, and I'll tell you this right now, Josh Daly has been one of the biggest sponges I could ever see coming out of the juniors. And I equate that same thing with McGinty, guys like Josh Rio. I know he's a little older, but he doesn't have the experience that some of the guys do. So Austin Bonds, these guys are sponges. They listen to the older veterans, guys like me and you, Tim. When we give them like tips and tricks and things like that to do, they listen to us. They don't just get up there and go, shut up, I know what I'm doing. They're willing to stop and listen for a couple minutes, take advice, and then go out there and make themselves better. McGinty did it. Look at him now. He's ripping it up left and right. Daly did it. He's ripping it up left and right. The kid is a promising career. I don't think we have to worry about from the neck up. I think we just have to worry about the physical with the kid. As long as he can keep himself in shape, keep that arm okay, and not hurt himself in the shoulder, the kid's going to have a hell of a career. And we haven't seen anybody come out like this in a long, long time and win things like this.
Right. And I think that's where I was trying to go with it, was having a front row seat to his ascension to the top.
Yep.
Has been pretty spectacular. I was talking to, so we were bowling in the semifinals this week, and he was going up against, I want to say he was going up against Winchell. I can't remember now if it was Winchell or Wickham, if it was Bobby or John. But Craig and I were talking, and then Bobby and I were talking about, watching Daly and seeing how the pins react And he mentioned, and he looked, he goes, it reminds him, because I said it reminds me an awful lot of a younger Peter Flynn.
Yeah.
Yes. Big, long lefty, that big, long lefty arm swing. Very fastball.
Yep.
Puts the spin on it, and the pins just react different. And he mentioned something that made me stop and think was it reminded him of Chris Sargent. The way the pins react.
That's a fact. Saji used to get completely different action. Guys like Saj, guys like Joe Ashline back in the day, the fireballers, Peter Flynn, that was probably one of the greatest generations ever. And you throw a ball like some of those guys do, and you're getting different action than the rest of us are getting. He drops 9 and 10. Oh, hey, there he is. What's up, buddy? He gets 9s and 10s like the rest of us get 2 and 1s a lot of time. So he's breaking up a whole hell of a lot. I watched him all week. He got so many extra things to carry when so many of us were struggling to carry that extra 1 out of a 3 and 1, the 2 out of a 2 and 1.
Yeah.
He was carrying those.
Yeah.
Unique pin action on a unique ball.
It was fun to watch. And so I hurt my leg, my right calf, which I've never in the history of evers had a problem with my calves. And it was Thursday, I want to say, Thursday morning when I did it, I think. And I had been bowling anchor and he was bowling fourth. Yep. And I looked at Nate and I was like, put him fifth. Kid's got to learn how to bowl fifth in the anchor position in the Worlds.
It's true.
Might as well do it now. And
excuse me.
He struggled in the first string. It was against Maria's, and we had a lead, and we ended up losing by like 5 or 6 pins. They made a hell of a comeback in the 7th and 8th box, and then again in the 9th. I think there was like either 7 of 10 or 8 of 10 in the 7th and 8th, and
they do that.
They do.
Those boys do that quite often. Yes,
like, because we were up almost 50 at that point. And it was just kind of neat. Actually, I'm sorry. Back up. He was in the anchor position for the bye because I was sitting. Nate wanted me to rest. So when we bowled the bye, and that's when he went double strike, 9-pin drop, triple strike, and we ended up winning by 30 pins when we almost lost 4 points to the bye.
Yeah.
And it was a huge, it should have been 6 strikes because they were all blistered. And so when we were going to the Maria's match, I looked at Nate, I said, leave him at anchor. And I pulled him aside and I just said to him, I said, Josh, I said, there is a big difference between bowling against someone else in the anchor position versus bowling against a number.
Especially when that someone else could potentially be John Winchell or Bobby Whitcomb or somebody
like
that. Right.
Bobby or John.
Right.
Yeah. And we just chatted for a quick second. I just said, look, you just have to stay within yourself. Don't try to do something you can't do. Or, it'd be like me trying to throw hard. Right. Or like really hard, because I throw it hard enough, but it'd be like me trying to put extra on it. Don't put extra. You don't need to put extra.
No.
Your ball is working the way it's working. Keep it that. So after we lost the first string, I pulled him back aside. I said, you're not coming out of that anchor position. You deserve to be there.
Yep.
Do your thing. Do your
Figure
thing.
Your stuff out.
And you've got a team. We win as a team and we lose as a team.
Correct.
If you've got a group of team bowlers that believe in that, then that's what it is.
Yeah.
You win as and I said, your job of your 1 through 4 is to put the 5th person in a position to be successful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give that anchor man a chance to just win the string for you. Give him a
Either-
10-pin cushion, or get that mark to make it only be less than 10 with 2 boxes to go. Set your
Or-
anchor man up so he can just get those 2 marks and win the game, or come as damn near close as possible.
Yeah,
Yep.
get it to 17 pins is usually your cap.
Basically, yeah.
I hate you.
can.
I hate you. With the passion of 1,000 burning suns.
What the hell is
Tim,
that from? I've heard that
Tim,
before.
guess what? Tim, guess what? I'm undefeated against you since 2019.
I hate you. Anyway, so yes, Josh Daly is our new number one. Absolutely deserves it. Holy shit, what a huge semifinal he had.
Oh yeah.
Coming out of the gates with a 183, follows it up with a light string of 111, and then just absolutely blisters him again with a 184. For just a 470, 478. I mean,
Fucking dirty in the semifinal. My God, it's dirty.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know what to say. It's one of the best performances I've seen in a semifinal or final match in any Worlds that I've ever been in. Period. I've seen a lot of them. I've been involved in a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the best, if not the best performance I've witnessed out of a bowler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if he did something the second string.
Well, yeah. I mean, he would have been over 500 in that.
Yeah.
We won't mention the fact that the old guy might have shown the young kids something in the finals, but
the old guy had to do something all week.
I did.
Good time to show up.
I did. I bowled well. Look, I for going up against the people I went up against, I'm happy with what we did. But more than that, I'm happy with the team that we had. Everyone contributed. Everyone bowled. It was a struggle. Look, it was.
You never have an easy week. Not at
No.
that. Never.
No.
Even if you win, it's never easy.
No,
It's not.
and
Oftentimes, the team that wins has the hardest week. You're bowling an extra match or 2 matches or 3 matches than everybody else did.
Yeah. But the team, what I was most, and I'll say it right till I'm blue in the face on this, is the thing that I'm most proud of is this is the 3rd year I've bowled with them. And 2 years ago, we would have folded on Thursday or Friday when it got really tough and we lost a string. We would have folded and we would have lost all 6, like to Maria's. We ended up taking 4 from Maria's because we came back and won the second string and won total. The same thing with Lucky Strike. We lost the first string, came back, won the second string, had a great match, won total. Won total by 1 pin. 2 pins. I don't know, whatever, 1 or 2 pins. Things like that helped us along the way to get the bye. We finished in second, and and it took everybody bowling at times. I mean, there was. I'm not going to say Josh carried us. I'm not going to say McGinty carried us or Evan or myself or anyone. It was a legit team. It was a team win, and I'm awful proud of these guys. They busted their ass, and the fact that they allowed an old guy to hang out with them all week, pretty cool. Pretty cool. This one felt good. And look,
Nice.
Winning is fun. Let's face it,
Yeah,
winning is fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but some W's feel and mean a little bit more sometimes. W's a W. Everybody loves a win, and no matter what it is, I don't care how big or small it is. But some mean a little bit more. The team you were on, the instances of things that happened, You guys had amazing chemistry all week. You guys were one of the loudest teams in the bowling alley all week long. I mean, you guys really, really deserved to make it as far as you did and then win in the end. You really did. You really did.
Even without Freshie, you were the loudest team. That's
They were. I'll agree. Absolutely. Mass Holt right there with you guys, but you two guys, I'd say, were two of the loudest teams in the whole tournament all week.
Well, we just, you know what it is? We had fun. We laughed. Oh my God, we laughed a lot. And the thing is we laughed at ourselves. Like, it wasn't anything against another team. We were laughing at ourselves, you know?
I know. Look at Daly's face. It's hilarious. Fucking just look at it.
Look at McGinty trying to hit the head pin. It's hilarious.
Oh God. You know, and I am going to give a huge shout out to Lita Lanes.
Dude, by far, absolutely. Please do.
Lexi, Matt, Susie, and the rest of the staff, they were awesome all week long. Incredible.
Seuss with making, even before the tournament started, going through the machines, machine by machine. The breakdowns were at a minimum. I mean, there was one lane that had a problem dropping pins, lane 26, but otherwise, everything was very, very smooth. Nothing more common than your average pin or ball jam. Everything went so good. They resurfaced the lanes. Everything was beautiful, perfect conditions. You couldn't have asked for too much more. You really couldn't have.
And the only, you know, and honestly, the biggest problem wasn't even their fault. It was they had no control over it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the pins.
Yes.
They did what they were supposed to do. They ordered 900 plus new pins
in June.
They were promised to have them. I think it was the beginning of July.
Yep.
They'd get them the beginning of July, and then it was you'll get them in August, and then it was you'll get them in September.
Yep.
And then it was you'll get them in October, and they never appeared. So they took, you know, from the other side, and they took from, you know, the lighthouse, the next door. They took the good pins and they tried to get the broken ones out. Had some breaks.
And every day after we left, they were going through the machines and removing broken ones from the day, because there were people that just vaporized.
Oh my God.
Pins. I mean, even me, I don't even throw the ball particularly hard compared to all the fireballers. I broke 2 pins that past week. Just caps exploding all over the place. It's nobody's fault. It's just, you know, pins get old. We're bowling worlds. We're all throwing a little harder, a little more intensity. And sometimes you just hit that cap just right where it comes firing back at you. It happens.
So I gotta tell a quick Josh Daly story. And honestly, in my 30 plus years of competitive bowling, this is the first time I have ever seen this.
Oh God, haven't we blown him enough on this show? Really?
Yeah. No.
I think we can move on from him.
There's 2 things. The first one is he's on lane 36. He throws the ball. He leaves the 6, 7, 10. So the 6, 10, and the 7. Okay? 2 and 1.
Big 2 and 1.
He's got a flat piece of wood in front of the 6 and the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
He throws the ball, hits the left cap or around that area, blows the wood straight back. The cap comes flying off. He breaks the pin. The cap comes flying off, shoots across the lane, and takes out the 7 pin.
No.
Yes.
I remember you telling me about that when we were up there. Yes.
No.
Never before seen that in the history of Evers have I seen that.
Like I've seen caps shoot out of pins and like break the light on a machine. Yep. I've seen that happen. I've seen caps blow all over the place, come all the way back. I remember watching, what's his name? Big Nate from up in Nova Scotia. That was his last name. Nate LeBlanc. Nate LeBlanc. We were at Lakeside in 2016. The kid hit a single. It was a 9-drop, had a plank in front of it, and he hit it. And just by the way he hit it, the cap came shooting back, and it made it all the way back to the approach area. Like it came back so fast he couldn't even kick it and stop it. I've seen that. I've never seen a cap break and knock over a pin for a 10 or a spare or anything. That's insane.
That's hilarious.
That's nuts. It's fucking nuts.
Yep, never seen it. And then 2 boxes later, Brian Purdy is on lane 34, I believe.
I saw this.
Evan Reeve is on 36. Purdy throws the ball. The cap, and again, another one I've never seen comes back so fast. it hits the wall on next to 36 and comes all the way up the alley, and Evan had to stop it with his foot.
Yep.
On the approach from either lane 33 or 34. It was oh my God, it was so funny.
Do you see Purdy break a pin dead nuts in half right on the red line?
Yeah.
See him do that too?
Yeah.
In Christ.
Yeah.
Man.
It was
that's
so there was some property destroyed up there during that week. A whole bunch of pins got removed from service.
But I do want to give, Lita the proper shout out, because they were phenomenal. And of course, I want to give Davey, Dave Barber, Kristen Surratt, Allie Fournier, and whoever. I'm not sure who's on the
Joey Smith, other guys. Allie and Kristen were superstars all week, getting the stats to us, getting score sheets on the table, doing the 50-50s. The two of them were celebrities for the week. Thank you both, ladies. You ladies kicked ass, making sure everything went smoothly. It was so smoothly run all over the place. From the committee, from the bowling alley, everything was so smoothly run. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Another very, very successful Worlds in the book.
So, great week.
Very
week.
Cool.
Good.
The right team won. I mean.
Oh God.
Moving on.
Oh God.
So
no, seriously, Timmy. Congratulations to you and everybody on prices. Deserve the win. You guys both piss up.
Thank you. I want to bring up something here.
I knew this was coming.
Yep.
Are we addressing the elephant in the room?
We are addressing the elephant in the room.
In the Candlepin chat room.
In the Candlepin chat room on Facebook.
Is it still going?
The Facebook.
Oh, it's still going.
Is it still going? Really?
No, it's still going. So for those of you that were unaware of what happened, and Nate Neely put a post on last night on Candlepin chat. Briefly, I will say, poorly worded.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Poorly worded.
I'm going to read it only. I'm not going to read it.
Don't read it.
I was going to, but I'm not going to read it. But understand what he was saying was
it's
that
out there enough. You don't need to read it.
Yep. No women should ever bowl in a men's world's bowling tournament, period, is what he said. And number one, I'm not gonna cover for Nate. Nate is his own man. He makes his own decisions. He says some really stupid things sometimes. And that was an absolute 100% idiotic take from someone who's living in Florida who has no idea what went on for this tournament. Number one, this was not a men's Worlds tournament. This was a U.S. Invitational tournament that allowed women and men to bowl. If an all-women's team wanted to get in on this, all the power to them. And you know what? I damn well bet that if you put a women's team together, they would have competed.
For sure.
Absolutely 100%. You put Maddie Kelly, Amanda Carroll, Mario,
Laurie Shapa, Blanca Goncharna.
Yes. You put those, 5, 6, 7 women on a team, and they're competing, and they're beating a lot of the men. So I'm going to say this right now, 100%. I do not agree at all with the take that Nate had. Okay?
No, absolutely not.
I do not agree with the take. Now, Calvin, you brought it up when we were talking beforehand.
Yeah.
That the 432 comments bashing him was wrong as well.
Absolutely.
I'm going to agree with you. I just.
Yeah. We're adults, people. Like, we're adults. I understand his comment may have rubbed you the wrong way, but there's no need to attack him. There's no need to bring up his personal life back in the day. There's no need to the 97 to 1,000 comments that are going to be probably brought up for the next couple weeks. There's no need for it. Absolutely, you can go on there and say, hey, Nate, come back to Maine, bring 4 or 5 of your guys, and we'll stick 5 women on a team, and we'll see who wins. Do it. That's fine. I don't mind that. But don't go on there, call this guy a jackass, call this guy an asshole, call this guy for an opinion that he has. If you want somebody to go on there and bash everybody else's stupid opinion that gets posted on there, trust me, I'll be the first one in line to do that to every one of you if that's how you want to feel. We do this to each other in joking and, you know, passing by. We all make fun of Freshie because he sucks at bowling, and the team that he got kicked off finally won because they got rid of their dead weight. Like, you can do that kind of stuff.
Like, Freshie, I did not say that.
You can do that kind of stuff.
It's fun. It's in jest. We bust each other's
it's in
balls.
jest. But I'm not gonna go on there and say, hey, Freshie's a fat slob who won't get off his ass, or he's a jackass who doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut, something like that. Like, I'm not gonna do that. You don't do that. That's exactly what 30 or 40 of those comments that I read did, was attacking his personal, him, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. You cannot do that. We are adults, people. Like, you can't just do that and go on there. Like, have some sense in what you're saying. We're not high school kids. Like, be respectful to people. Yeah, what he said was stupid. Just say, you know what? I think that was a pretty stupid comment you just made.
And I think it was blatantly obvious that he did not understand. And I'm not approving of the way he made his post, but I'm being an adult looking at the other side of it. By the way he posted, I don't think that he understood that this was not a normal Worlds that was normally bowled Americans, Canadians, 24 teams, the whole 9 yards, as it was 2019 and back. I don't think he understood that.
And he did apologize.
He went on and apologized in a very well-worded post that was significantly better worded than his original opinion post. I learned something a long time ago. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. If you say it the wrong way, your point gets lost and everybody can't wait to destroy you. All right. I went through that 4 or 5 years ago. And regardless of what your original point was, it gets dismantled by people that can't wait to destroy the capital and the lowercase letters that you typed.
Yeah.
Nate was dead wrong wording his post the way he did. If he had a point to bring up, he could have brought that up. He should have done it better by saying it was a disgrace and all that stuff. That was disgusting. That was bullshit. It was not a disgrace whatsoever to have the ladies bowling with us at all. It was a different tournament than the normal ICC International Candlepin Championship tournament. This was, I don't remember exactly what they called it, the U.S. Nationals or something to that effect.
U.S. Invitational Tournament.
U.S. Invitational. Okay, very good.
Right in the name, Invitational. So invite whoever you want.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the fact that some of the teams were smart and picked up some of the highest level women bowlers that exist and put them on their teams shows that there are other women out there who will compete with the dudes. And there are plenty of women out there that can compete with the dudes.
Absolutely.
If we go back to the other tournament, the normal tournament that we normally bowl, the ICC, this is a discussion that'll have to be had then, because there's already rules and years of tradition and things like that that need to be discussed if the ladies are going to be added in or not. I don't know. I'm not going to be part of that discussion. So we'll have that opinion later when that gets discussed. But as far as when this went, there's a couple takeaways. One, I'm not agreeing with what Nate posted, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't necessarily know he was talking about a different style tournament. B, it's not what you say, especially on the internet. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And C, if you don't know what you're talking about, just keep your damn mouth shut and find out what's going on before you open your stupid mouth.
Yeah.
And D, there's no need for 937 people to say the same thing, just with different verbiage. It did not help. It doesn't make it go forward. And no, you don't get bigger brownie points just because you made your comment longer or more inflection or anything like that. We got the point.
The second part of this is the follow-up to that is the post was removed, which I'm not a fan of removing posts. I
don't think so either.
I didn't like it.
I don't like that.
No.
And I told Brian I didn't like it, but he's the admin. He made the decision because several people asked him to. Whatever. It's his. Yeah. It's Candlepin Chat's his thing. If he wants to do it, fine.
Yeah.
I don't have to agree. I don't have to agree with it. It is what it is. But the fact that we had 5 more posts back to back. Come on, people.
Photoshopping.
Well, that's because the original post was removed.
I know.
That's because that post was removed.
But then you had, and I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with what Mark Carrier wrote, because his was worded
very well.
Very well.
Some very good points.
He made some very good points.
He did.
And I don't know as if another post this morning need to have been put up.
No.
My whole point around this is, I will say this, and this is recorded for posterity's sake. Do I think women should be in the normal men's intercontinental championship of the world, whatever we're calling it? No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Men have their tournament. Yeah. The women have their tournament, and then we have the mixed worlds.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Okay. I like it that way, and for no other reason than
it's the way it's been. It's just
I like the tradition. Yeah. I am not scared of having women in there.
No.
I have lost to plenty of women. I will lose to women again.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. It's bowling.
That's the beautiful part about this game. Anybody can lose to anybody today, tomorrow, the next day.
Could Amanda Carroll come into the men's, what I would call the men's worlds, and compete and be a starter
and possibly win high average? And possibly win high average.
I wouldn't put it past a few of the ladies to come in and
could Maddie Kelly do it? Absolutely. Yeah. Could Mario? Could Jill Wood? Could Tasha? Absolutely, they can.
Yep.
And if the committee decides to allow women in, cool.
Yeah.
I hope they're bowling on my team.
Yeah.
But I do like having the best of the best for men bowling against each other. I like having the best of the best for women bowling against themselves. And I like having
the mix.
And I like the mix. And I think that's, because if you allow women here, are you going to allow men to bowl in the women's internationals, the women's world?
Right. That's
that's where you kind of get
asking the question.
Yeah, that's where you kind of get your double-edged sword here, and now you're battling back and forth, and
Yeah. So, did I really want to go down this route of having a conversation like this? Not really.
No,
but let's be adults about it and discuss it in an adult fashion and get some ideas on the table and have a discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't need to insult somebody to have a discussion.
No,
you don't need to call somebody stupid or call somebody an idiot or it's just.
Seriously, Calvin, this is the longest you've gone on the show without insulting anybody. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Right, and that's like 4 minutes
actually being
since I
adults
insulted Freshie. That's like 4 minutes.
I know, it's been like 5 minutes.
It's so I guess the whole point that I had around that is just be better, people. Just be better.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I know that's kind of hypocritical coming from me. I'm kind of an ass. I know that.
Yeah. Hello.
I am.
Yeah.
But I tend to be that way. 95% of the time, trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Because that's just me.
And it's just everybody. It's honestly, it's the Candlepin world. Like there's
Correct.
nobody that you could go, even the nicest person, say like Jill or like somebody nice like Mario, like they're still got their bitchiness and they still got their smart assness and they still got like everybody's got that edge to them, and it's the Candlepin world. And honestly, if you really can't take a little bit of jibber jabber, then you probably shouldn't be on the internet saying things.
Right.
That's a very good point, Calvin. Especially
Right.
being on the internet saying things.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I just want us to be better. I'm tired. You know the I can't think of the actor's name. Duncan, Green Mile.
Oh yes.
When he's just, I'm tired, boss.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the nastiness. I'm tired of people hating each other. You know, and I'm tired of stupid shit like that, where someone that doesn't know what they're talking about, clearly doesn't know what they're talking about.
Clearly, with his posts.
Posts.
And trust me, we all know he's an idiot, but he wouldn't go on there and clearly post, oh, it's, they shouldn't be invited. Right. Well, okay, well, it's not the regular stuff. Like, he wasn't informed. Right. And instead of somebody, like Mark said, instead of somebody going on there, Mark Carrier, not because I know you didn't post it, but it's like, no. He went on there and said, like, instead of somebody just saying, actually, this wasn't the regular regular worlds, it was an invitational, and women had been decided. Everybody just
they did. That's the worst part, is they did. Yeah. Three people told him, like, the first 3 out of 4 comments were, Nate, hey, this was this wasn't the real worlds, this was an invitational. The first 3 out of 4, and then all of a sudden, it was like the floodgates of hell opened up, and yes. We're gonna anyway. So
yeah.
Before we end, we have our resident poet laureate.
I loved it.
Has come out with a new.
Mark, did you miss it?
Yes, he did.
Oh, it was so good.
Here it is right here. Wait a minute, I have it right here. Right here.
So I'm going to read this for the people at home that don't read this, that don't have this.
Josh Rio, I love you so much. I don't think he watches the show.
Man, he's so good.
But my God, it is a pleasure to bowl with this kid every Friday night on my Friday Night Pro Team. He is the glue that holds the peanut butter and jelly sandwich together. I mean, he's just that guy that we rally around because he always says so much stupid shit. But
so good.
But then he writes poems like this, and you have to stop and laugh. Tim, why don't you go ahead and say a few bars and let the people know what he wrote?
Time for a change of pace. Gotta flip the script. Got to see Jimbo last week and gave him just the tip. So many things occurred last week, fun and unique for all, such as punching a chair rather than a wall. Had great convos with Winchell. That's a first for me. I know you're all shocked, like Freshie having a chance with Maddie. It's Monday again, and no more bowling combat. Back to the real world and receiving snaps of Matero's cat. We get it, Lenahan, always posting the same SC story. It's bowling league night. I'd rather watch episodes of Maury. Shout out to my boy, Joey Lister. You killed it last week, but now I'm going to miss you. Half the bowlers now at Rochester Electronics. Do they work all day or play with each other's?
Eggplant emoji.
Yeah.
Sorry, fuck that. I'm saying it.
Yeah. Daly wearing a Lakers jersey while bowling the singles knockout. Kind of like Sinelli, version 2.0.
Anybody who knows Dave Sinelli, you're laughing your ass off right now.
Shout out to all the girls who bowl. Such a lovely sight to see. No doubt about it. You the real MVP. Lamone losing lots of weight. It all went away. Just like his Worlds team. They never stay. It gets better.
It does. There's only 3 verses left, but it gets good.
Only 3 years away until the big bowling cruise. We will be on our best behavior and not drink any booze. Who am I kidding? That definitely ain't true. Just like Fuller staying on Academy, unless he wants to lose. Jesus. Miss my Canadians. We can never forget. Just my main boy, Matthew Harnett. Let's keep things positive and no more negativity. let's all get back to normal and make fun of Freshie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Glorious.
yeah.
Glorious.
That was good. That was good. I do the last thing I want to give a shout out. Anyone that likes to have a little bit of fun, do a little gambling, stuff like that. There is a Candlepin Calcutta Facebook page. If anyone that knows what a Calcutta is, it's a gambling thing where you bid up things. The Calcutta for this one is going to be the money match on December 4th. The Calcutta is who will throw the highest single during the money match. Go on Facebook page. It's Candlepin Calcutta. It's all explained right there. You can see how it works. I've been a part of one before in the past with golfing, not with Candlepin bowling. It's a lot of fun. If you like to gamble, if you like to, do things like that, it's pretty cool. So Candlepin Calcutta on Facebook page. What else you guys got?
Very cool. Nothing really. King of the River still going on every Sunday morning here at Riverwalk Lanes at 9:30. Come on in, take a shot, winning the title belt. It's $30 for entry, a couple side pools on the side, things like that. Every Sunday morning at 9:30. Come on in, got title belt and everything. You can walk out the champ. Still waiting for Calvin to show up one of these days and steal the belt. Because you guys can come down here now, man, right?
If I go across the border, I'll be there.
Because we're coming up in February. There's a tournament of 560, I think, right?
I don't know that they're having it. They're trying. The men's 560 is a possibility. That one's in Dieppe.
I was talking to Big Booty Brian the other day, and we're trying to put a team in to come up for that.
Yeah, the men's one.
He said something about February. I don't exactly know where it was, but I don't care. I just want to go to Canada again. It's been too goddamn long. It's just been too damn long. I ain't had my Dairy Queen in a minute. I ain't had no caramels in a long time. I need my fix.
Yeah. If Fairlanes ever opens up and they decide to do it, it would be obviously Super Bowl weekend is when they always have it. But if not, there's a men's one in Dieppe, which is usually the conference finals. So usually 2 weeks before it. It's 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. And so it's usually just a men's one. And I think they 14 or 16 lanes. So they usually take 16 teams.
I've never been to Dieppe. I've actually always wanted to go there. I know it's not too far away from Moncton, but I always wanted to get up there, check it out.
It's pretty fun. You'll definitely average higher than you did at Lita. That's for sure.
Well, I probably won't throw an 88 game at Lita. Like if I took that 88 game away, I'd average almost 118. But
yeah,
shut up, Calvin.
Corey Smith's King of the Hill tournament this Sunday in Fredericton, $40. And if you need to sign up with him, go for it. Send him that. Or there's the King of the Hill on Sunday. What are we right now? The 15th. There's a couple tournaments coming up. BJ just posted his doubles tournament in Woodstock. I believe it's $80 a team. So $40 a person. I think he's doing 7 strings.
She handicapped or scratch?
Yeah, handicapped. I believe 90% on the highest team. And then in Nova Scotia, Jess Bain's 4th annual for her dad. They have that. They did have 13 because Jess took a improper team, I guess, if you want to call it. But they're down to 12 now, which is good. They're hoping to stay at 12 and have 11 strings for the day. And I think that's on the 4th. So they'll have that. And yeah, that's about it for Canada. Some tournaments coming up. Hopefully they get started and stay and go. So we're all excited.
I might slink my way up to Woodstock. That's not too far. Try to grab somebody and go bowl doubles up there.
Yeah, sure.
And don't forget, we have the Candlepins for Cancer next roll-off is December 4th and 5th, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Chefs available both days at I think it's at Portsmouth.
Yep.
Check it out on Candlepin Chat. The information's on there. Sign up. More people, the better. I think it's what, $80?
$80.
And they're paying what, 15?
They're paying the top
15,
but the top 5 make it into the ladder series for the recording. Yep.
Okay. So that's coming up. You've got the 10-stringer Pro Series is coming up the end of the month. That's Sunday the 28th. If you'd like to bowl, contact Freshie, contact, one of the Pro Series guys. As far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty much done for the year with tournaments, I think.
We got that big Thanksgiving Eve tournament at Lakeside Lanes coming up next week. And they actually added 2 shifts on Friday for this year. It's not just the 6, 9, and midnight shifts. They added I believe, 11 o'clock and a 2 o'clock on the day after Thanksgiving. So they're having 5 shifts. You can bowl 5 times with a different partner. You have to pay 5 separate entry fees and whatnot. And you can cash as many times as you bowled. You can cash 5 times. If you bowl 5 shifts, you can cash 5 times. So fun tournament. It is handicapped, but it is fun as hell. The midnight shift on this tournament, it's a doubles. There is not anything that's really too much more fun than the midnight shift. Everybody's been bowling for 6 hours. Everybody's exhausted. The beers have hit hard by that point in time. So there was all kinds of bullshittery and shenanigans happening in the middle of that shift. So it's a good time up there night before Thanksgiving. It's a really good time. Tim and Shane, they run a great house up there. They kick ass. So come on up and watch, even if you're not bowling. I think there's a few spots available for Friday, but I think the Wednesday shifts are all sold out already.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
that's all I got.
Yep. I think that's all I got.
Yeah.
We'll have a women's top 10 next week, and we'll talk more bowling next week.
We should do that. We should definitely
try that.
We should try that. Let's see if we can get to episode 79 next week.
That's a great goal. I like goals.
I don't know if you guys ever do the podcast. You let me know, and I'll be here.
I'll let you know, Calvin. We'll let you know if we're gonna go another week or not.
Yeah.
He's just mad that we got to bowl last week and he didn't. He's just pissed. He's grasping at straws to give us shit. That's all that is.
Right, I am.
Yeah.
Okay. We missed you guys last week. I big time missed you guys last week. Big time. Not you, but the rest of the Canadians. We missed all of the rest of the Canadians.
Yeah. I know you missed me the most.
I didn't miss Calvin.
Yeah.
I didn't miss Calvin.
It was definitely quieter without Calvin there. It was definitely quieter.
There's no way it was quieter with Freshie there. There's not a chance it was quieter.
He actually he wasn't. He really was not.
No, I legit. Okay, maybe not during the week, but on Monday I was listening to the singles and I was messaging Dave Godwin. And I'm like, can you tell Freshie to shut up? I'm trying to hear what they're saying because I could hear him on every one. I tried to mute each one, and he was yelling at everyone.
Thank you to Paul Grant and Bob Lee.
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing job last week.
Eagle Productions. Check their page out on Facebook. Like the page. They're doing amazing things for the game right now.
Yeah. That was cool. That was cool what they did. So, good
show, boys. I think
good show. This guy's got to go to bed. He's tired.
Are you gonna sign us off, or are you just gonna log off?
I'm just gonna go to bed and let you talk.
Sweaty,
big sweaty booty.
Big booty,
Brian
sweaty
doing
Brian.
Sweaty,
things.
hairy booty.